Hi, everybody. All right, I'm just going to do some channeling. I don't know what the subject is or what it's going to be about right now, so we'll just see what happens, okay? It's just a message for humanity, a message about anything related to the earth or ascension or things that are good for us to know or anything like that. All positive. So, let's see. See what they show me first. They show me two things. One thing is sort of like a black liquid, and then the other one I'm sort of flying and they're asking me where I want to go. So it's sort of like, what do you want to choose? Do you want to choose to look at the dark liquid and see what's inside there, door number one, or do we want to check out flying and seeing where the wind takes us? Something positive, right? So I actually say, if both are for the good of transforming our perceptions, then I'm willing to explore both pathways. So let's see what happens. It's very quiet. There's something watching me, but I can't watch back, so to speak. There's a sensation. It's sort of a creepy sensation, but it's altering. It's not as creepy as it was at first. Now it feels like I'm standing under a waterfall and things are feeling really refreshed. They ask if that's how you feel sometimes. If you feel like things feel kind of really off, and it feels really off and it kind of creepy in an off way because it just doesn't feel like you, or it doesn't feel like your norm. And then you hit a point where it's like, wow, I actually feel like happy. I feel normal. I don't know I don't know what that was about, but I feel like I'm standing under a waterfall and I feel happy and peaceful right now. It's what they're saying. It's what they're asking. See. They're showing me, it's the only way I could describe what this is you stand under the waterfall and then sometimes that creepy feeling sets in again, but you always return back to the waterfall. So they're talking about ascension or the evolution of mankind, or awakening your spiritual senses, or all that sort of thing. You're walking on a pathway and each step is getting you closer and closer to something far more extraordinary. And in the process of attaining something more extraordinary, you have to go through developmental periods. So the experience of sort of shedding the skin can be hard, but also it comes with a great deal of blessing as well. And you always will be met along the path with another sort of lovely moment under the waterfall of, joy and happiness. So keep your chin up, really, and know that it is continually cycling in that direction. So I'm asking them if I'm doing a good job identifying what they're saying, because they never talk to me in language, so I have to translate the emotional, the energy wave, and I have to translate what the pictures are, and sometimes the pictures can go really fast too. So they're not saying no to that, so we'll just continue walking. Continue on our journey. A journey of discovery. Journey of self-discovery. Isn't that what you are doing? You're going on a journey of self-discovery. It's so quiet again. But I enjoy the stillness, so if I don't say anything, it's only because it's just a break, and it's just sort of like experiencing stillness and peacefulness through silence. And that's what it feels like. I'm in a dark space, but I'm not bothered by it. I just close my eyes and I enjoy the experience of silence, and I'm sort of in a meditation. Darkness does not mean evil. It just means dark, just like night, Night is not evil, it's just nighttime, So in this experience, it's just a really blissful sort of silence and meditative experience I'm having right now. Something about transcendence and higher wisdom through creating silence, moments of silence. Actually showing me that you can turn off your thoughts, you can turn off your sensation of thinking about life, thinking about what I got to do next, or stress, or whatever, by choosing to listen to silence. So you actually open your ears and try very hard to hear silence in a quiet place, right? So you can attain that, you can achieve that goal, right? Because it's quiet already. So you're just listening for more quiet, and you're focusing on listening to the quiet. And that focus on the silence and focus on choosing to hear silence creates it sort of helps you get away from the mind that wants to be thinking. You're actually altering your focus of the mind to focus on hearing silence. Actually listen for it. It's showing me how when you are choosing silence, choosing to experience silence, they're showing me how you are they're showing me that they're doing things to positively, hold on a second. Okay, in the act of achieving silence, make sure phone is turned off. Okay. But they're showing me how in this experience of silence, okay, how do I describe it? I'm in a dark space. I'm choosing to hear silence. I'm experiencing energetic reflections that are actually working with me energetically, whether I can see them or not. I'm actually able to feel them. I don't know if it's because I have I'm obviously sensitive, but it's almost as if you will start to feel this positive energetic interactions with your body. And there's something about the way silence creates an attunement or a vibrational harmony. So we're all made up of infinite reflections of sounds and light and all of that sort of combined to create this sort of structure that we are. It's so much more than that. But so when you choose to experience silence, there's something about the way that if you see us as sort of like waves of energy, if you see another human being as just waves of energy, and those waves can have some vibrations that are just really out of whack, And so silence then actually helps re-harmonize those vibrations, and so you feel completely peaceful and uplifted and way more positive. They're saying that's the value of choosing to listen to and experience silence. It is naturally healing. That's why meditation is so important. But that's not just that, because I actually can experience energy workers, spiritual beings, helping to raise my vibration. Alone. It's simple. It's so simple. All you have to do is sit there. You can sit in however you want to. And sit in Indian style, lotus position. You can lay down on your bed. But you can be out in nature, sitting on a park bench or wherever you want to lay down on the grass, whatever you want to do. But just choose to listen to sounds like natural earth sounds or just sounds of pure silence. If you can even attain that pure silence, it's just really hard to attain that, but it's very good for the body. So that's what they're talking about right now. Let's see what else. Yeah. Well, this picture is interesting. So we have a snake here, and then it's sort of in the circle here, and then it comes up, and the face is looking at me with the tongue. It's not a king cobra, it's just a, it doesn't have that fanned out part. So it's just a regular kind of snake, sort of darker coloring. And its tongue is sticking out and sensing things. I'm watching it still in a space that has nothing going on, and it's just a dark space. So I'm just watching it. There's some angel coming down. Some light the angel just looks like a bunch of light coming down in the form of an angel. There's nothing to make out as far as the angelic appearance. It's just a bunch of light is what this looks like with wings. So I'm standing, and then there's a snake in the middle, and then an angel is on the opposing side. So that's where the lineup is. Snake is turning into two snakes, and then one is going to the angel and one is coming towards me. And it's a reflection. Because the snake is moving identically. So what is doing on the right is doing on the left. And then it is also sort of slithering up both of us and then perched on our shoulders, and now we are mirror reflections of each other. So I'm looking into the other side to see an angel with a snake who's looking back at me to see Abby, the human being, with a snake. They're asking me what this means to me. It means many things to me. They're really encouraging me to describe it. I've got coffee, so I'm going to take a drink. There's just something really peaceful about this whole thing. And so coffee and peaceful kind of go together sometimes. So I'm going to tell you what that means to me. So obviously I love snakes. I adore snakes. I've always loved snakes. I have this instinctive, they're like my best friends. How do you describe what a snake means to you when you feel it, when you see it, when you experience it? Everything about it makes you feel like your heart is filling with so much warmth and love. That is what snakes mean to me. They mean more than that, though. They're not just about pure love to me. They're about wisdom to me as well. So when I see a snake, I see transformation. And then through transformation, you become wiser. And snakes are, I find snakes to be very wise animals, or wise vibrations, wise reflections. Why do I see that in a snake? It is what it is to me. I have a lot of lifetimes working with snakes and falling in love with the animal, and I too have a reflection that is a snake. So I call her Mother Snake. So is that my spirit guide? Is that my higher self? It is me, right? It's a fascinating thing about spirit guides. They're individual spirits, but they're also so connected with your soul. It's almost as if they're projections from your own spirit. It's like, where do we draw the line already? Because we're not individuals. We're all in the oneness together. As human beings, it's hard to understand or relate to that, but I'm just as much you as you are me, and so on and so forth. We're all a part of each other. There's nothing that is not known in an infinite universe. The spirit realm knows everything at every moment, every potential scenario, every infinite soul is known about. How can a human being keep up with all of that? Our minds are so finite in comparison to infinite mind, And so snake is quite an infinite mind to me, infinite wisdom, infinite transformation. And there's something more to it than that. And so this snake in the image, though, is sort of, it's just a reflection of a snake right now. It hasn't shared more of its identity or more of what it is, other than showing me an image that we can understand together. So this angel then, so I'm looking at myself in a mirror, right? And on the other side of the mirror, I see an angel. So what does that say about my soul, or what does that say about me? When I see, people want to know, are angels aliens? Are angels, what are angels? Where do they come from? I don't have an answer to whether or not angels are aliens. It's my relationship with angels. I've seen myself this would be quite a long conversation. So my relationship with angels as of this time is that we are all angels. That we are all souls and we are also all angels. I don't understand how there's an angelic hierarchy. I work with angels all the time. I see that my soul has an angelic reflection that I transform into on certain journey healings. And that angel reflection does not look like your average angel. I mean, it looks almost like a bird with a sort of a bird legs, like really tufted out, and then feet look like an eagle, and then the female body, and then the wings are really sort of really filled with feathers, and the face is female, and I don't have any coloring at all. I'm just pure white, and then I glow in the dark is what I look like. And so I alter my reflection to be this angelic reflection, and then I can alter my reflection to be a mother snake reflection. I can alter my reflection to be anything I want. What is the soul capable of? It's infinite. It can be anything that it wants to be. So does that mean my soul incarnated as angel for a while? Angels are, I relate to angels as being spiritual reflections. I have met alien beings that are so light, I thought they were spirits, but they're quite dense enough to feel that they are not infinite. They're not an infinite soul. They're still more finite. It's the only way I could describe it. I don't know how you define that. It's complicated to describe. So I'm talking to my spirit guides and asking him, what else on this? So they're wanting me to identify that when I look at this image, I choose to see that this image is a reflection of myself. Angelic reflection of heavenly light and healing, and then also the snake reflection, which is, I find to be pure reflection of love and wisdom and transformation. And then they ask me, now when you look at the reflection, when it bounces back, is that what you see within yourself? And I say, as a human being, I think I'm going to say no to that. And I don't mean to purposely, I'm saying it's not as though I don't or I'm not capable of seeing that within myself. As a human being with an ego and this mind, it is hard for me to fully embrace all of the infinite reflections that define me, you know what I mean? And maybe there's some sort of humility in that, or I don't know. I don't know how do you define it. Let's do it this way. Let's say you looked into the mirror, and when the reflection returned to you, you discovered something about your soul that would tell you how amazing and how special and how extraordinary you are on such a level that your human mind would just say, no, it's not me. I'm not that special. I'm not that worthy. I'm not that. We all have been trained to not see our true value and true worth. We all have been. And to know your true value and true worth, it goes beyond anything you could possibly imagine. You can work on it for a lifetime and still not even come close. And I would say I'm doing quite well in that department, from where I've been to where I am now to where I will be, as the years pass. I'm always working on this. I'm always working on allowing myself to know how worthy and how special and how deserving of love that I am, It's just a human experience. And so we develop in ways. It's important that we work on this. It's not just about me. It's about everybody. It's important we all choose to work on this, to look into the mirror, and through a genuine, honest sensation, when the reflection looks back at you, to know how amazing you are, how extraordinary you are. Every soul is revered. Every human being then should be revered too, right? We have kind of an interesting societal setup, and so it is to destroy and not to create. So when it is to destroy, now our minds are contemplating ways to make us feel less than worthy, you know? When it is to create, now we are able to see the value of each other and the value of ourselves as well. And that's important. There's something about this. They're showing me the September energy is really deep and soul searching, and really deep about contemplating society, contemplating the world we want to live in, contemplating where is the love. Where is the love within ourselves, within our lives, within everybody's life? It's not just about us. We're really thinking about beyond us. We're really thinking about the world too. And I know a lot of us are thinking about politics here. It just doesn't seem to. We have two major candidates, and neither of them are a reflection of what we truly want in our hearts, what we truly want to experience in this world. They're not a reflection of that. They're a reflection of the old system that we have put up with and accepted for a very long time. And now we are starting to change our perceptions and starting to want to see a different reality. And it's even interesting because there's so many of us coming out of the woodwork where we are starting to want to do our part, or put in something special, some sort of whatever our unique energetic flair is, in order to shape or mold this society differently, and then help it push it in a new direction. So we have the ship sailing. It's been sailing this way for a very long time. And now we're trying to create a wave to push the boat in a different direction. And that is happening. Believe it or not, it is happening. And it is happening when we choose to soul search and contemplate, and then even choose silence. The journey of transformation is hard, but it is also exciting and beautiful. It's like the first part of this channeling. Sometimes it sort of gets a little creepy, and the process of trying to learn and develop, it can feel really uncomfortable. It's like starting a new job. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm screwing things up, but then, you give it a few years and you got this thing. You got this thing totally. So Ascension is kind of like that too. It's like, I feel like a fish out of water. I'm not myself these days. I'm more emotional. I feel deeper. I feel just, you feel more. You're feeling more, and it's a little bit darker than usual, but then you hit these really beautiful moments where it's like, I don't know what it is, but I feel awesome. And I really feel like I want to embrace life. And, you start seeing a sunnier day, and then somehow these sunnier days, you wake up just like, man, if I could just sit here and not do anything today and then sleep, that might be the best thing that could possibly happen for me, So, but they're talking about that as sort of the human ascension journey, right? But then they're also talking about part of the journey is really looking into your reflection and really seeing who and what you are, and seeing how beautiful you are, and how extraordinary you are, and how revered you are, and how special you are. But it's not on a surface level. It's not like, oh, I'm the shit, It's like, I really am an amazing, incredible soul. I really chose to have experiences that have shaped me in ways that are totally unique and totally different. And every soul in an infinite universe is thankful for me. And I'm thankful for every soul in the infinite universe. It doesn't matter how you are as a human being, because human life here on earth is hard, It shapes you in different ways. And so allow the true love of who and what you are as a spiritual reflection really sink into your physical body, your heart, your mind, and your emotions, all of that. And allow that to be you, and the you that radiates for others to see as well, so others can be touched by you too. So they're talking about. It's interesting because the wisdom is very slow. It's kind of thin in that way, that it's not real intense projected wisdom. It's not really in your face. So there's something peaceful about it. It's quiet. see if there's anything else. They're showing love embracing you from behind, where you least expected it. So you use your eyes to look for love, right? Everywhere. Now close your eyes and to know that love is coming from all directions, right? But in this instance, they're showing me directly that I choose to look in this direction, but yet love is coming from behind and embracing me. So you get to decide what that means to you. Something about the use of eyes, but you have no eyes in the back of your head, right? So how would I have seen that coming, you know? But it's beautiful, and the embrace of it is warm and nurturing and healing, and it's perfect, you know? It's that perfect sensation of love. It's just sort of like what real love feels like. If we could be that for this world, how would we accomplish it, you know? How would we sneak up on this world from behind and embrace it with a huge hug and transform it entirely? How can we do that? How do we sneak up on society in this loving way when it is looking in one direction, but really there's the warm hug and now I got you. And you don't want to move because it feels lovely, right? Something beautiful about that. They're showing me a heart that is growing flowers out of the heart. And then when the flowers are all grown out, the person picks them and then hands them to another human being. And that is how we share love. And love is beautiful, right? And it creates a bouquet of beauty that is your special beauty. And then you grow it and you share it then with another, so they can enjoy your special bouquet of love and energy that is entirely uniquely you, as they say. How can we create this version of love in our communities? How can we do it? We can. We can come up with many ways to do this. And they're really talking about genuine, loving interactions. Loving interactions that are pure at every turn, where we are really listening to each other, where we are really a part of each other's worlds and wanting to help each other in an honest way. It's not sort of putting on the facade of, manners and stuff like that, but being true to who you are, how you feel, and what you want to see in this world. I'm asking them to show me a scenario that we could look at. They're showing me a railroad with many people building it together. And they are singing songs together as they build it. It's hard work, and their men are going, phew, and the women are there, and they're so proud of their men working so hard to build this railroad. And they come with this water and food for the men, and then everybody takes a break, and they all enjoy each other's hard work. And the women are they're kind of dazzled. They're like, my man is out there building this railroad. I'm so proud of him. I couldn't be happier to bring this food and this water for him. And then there's just such a genuine, loving feeling. There's also children here, and the children are very proud of both of their parents, their mother and their father. And they're really interacting with each other, and in a way that is so sincere. They're building something together, not just manifesting a physical creation, but they're building relationships with each other through real interactions, really sharing in a dream together. They're asking you if you know what this railroad is about. Do you know what railroad we are building? What is the railroad you want to build? Now build it. And you'll find others too who have dreams of building that railroad as well. And put some backbone into it. Get the elbow grease out and put your heart and soul into it. and really create love, really create joy and meaningful experiences through that dream, is what they're saying. You touch others' hearts, but you touch more than that, because what is this is a small group of people, and they're showing me there's probably 6 men here and 6 women building this railroad, and there's children here too, and there's maybe 3 or 4 of them. I mean, it's not a huge group, but they're really like family with one another, and they're showing me how this small group is going to create a railroad so long it could go for miles and miles and miles and miles. So what seems like something very small can make a massive impact. Small groups of people getting together with an idea that is shared, even working with spirits through love and manifesting dreams here that get heard, that get felt, that get experienced. Because love is the medicine that heals all things. When you work with love, you create an impact. So, see what else they say. They're so quiet. I mean, they're so quiet. It's crazy. So that's all. That's all I'm going to share for this video. I'm just going to let you take it for what it is, let you decide what it means to you. So, it kind of, it's like I'm little old me here, but I'm trying, I'm trying to do something to help humanity by sharing in a way that I understand, and trying to touch people's lives and inspire others to find it within them to be a part of this world too, a part of sharing as well, and really choosing to go after what your dreams are. So you can go after your dreams, and you can make a difference. You can make an impact in this world. And we are all ready to see a whole new world. We're all ready to see more love, ready to see everything transform in the light, We're ready for new things. I'm just going to stop there and say thank you for watching. I also do psychic readings and spiritual healing. And if you're interested in visiting with me one-on-one, you can do so by ordering a service at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.